Look at that review, everyone. Look at that. National Stadium, Singapore. Unbelievable. This is where the lads are playing Arsenal. They've already played, yeah. They beat Milan 1-0 the other night. But yes, hope you're in there. Everybody, I hope you've enjoyed my little vlog coming out because it was stressful. But it is absolutely red hot. I can't even touch this because it's too hot to touch. So, what are you going to get from me this week? And also some behind the scenes stuff. So obviously the next 2 weeks the channel is heavily focusing on being out here and up until Sunday, and then we'll switch it for a week in South Korea. Obviously, as I say, Arsenal against Newcastle, and then it'll be more or less a week from now. Newcastle will play 2 games in South Korea against we'll call it All-Star 11, and of course Spurs, who obviously Sung Young-min is massive over there. So you're going to get obviously the games, the vlogs, the last word, the reaction, all that kind of jazz as per usual. But of course, we are keeping an eye on one thing that's happening back home behind the boardroom. Now, obviously, Eddie Howe and his team, I think it's later today. I want to say that they're flying out. I might be wrong on that. However, Eddie Howe will be obviously in discussion with the likes of his nephew and, of course, Steve Nixon and what have you, right? So transfers need happening. Obviously, we've been linked to Johan Vissa, of course. At the time of recording this, Newcastle are expected to go back in for a second bid with him. We'll have to wait and see what happens there. Will he join the squad? If that happens, if that deal happens, look, we all know that we need a striker. So obviously we'll be keeping an eye on the transfer news, and even if news breaks back home, we've got Joe on standby. I'll be covering this as well. So you've got all the usual match day stuff. You got some of the stuff that I'm going to be up to, because this is effectively a holiday as well for me, to work on holiday really. When I was in Japan last year, I did 24 videos. I'm hoping to do up to 30 with us having 2 weeks. So this is the place you want to be for all the stuff. We've got, and I'm sure some other fans have as well, got the invites to some of the club events. They've got Q&As with first team players. We don't know what we can, what we can't record, but if we can't record it, we'll try and get it on audio. If we can't get it on audio, I will literally just say what happened and what was asked. And of course, yous will have first picks of that. And there's also other things like there's the Carabao Cup trophy for expats who live out here, or people who have emigrated over here. And there's people coming up from Australia and all over Asia as well to see Newcastle United out here. So, yeah. It'll be interesting to see how that goes down, of course, with the trophy as well. There's a lot of stuff that's happening, of course. I'm just trying to think off the top of my head. That's just some of the stuff that the club are officially doing. I think there's a meet and greet. There's a club shop event. Well, it's not actually the club, but it's a shop that the club are putting merchandise on. I wonder if that third kit will be released. I wonder. I'm not in the know or anything like that. I'm just wondering if that'll be announced out, because they did in Japan. Wait and see on that. If that happens, obviously there'll be coverage of that. What else is there? There is obviously the club supporters. They've got one out here, a club out here. Obviously, I've been in touch with Lenny as well. So we'll be going to the bar a few times as well to see, grabbing people on camera. You'll see a lot of new faces that you probably haven't seen the next 2 weeks. And you might see some people that you do recognise as well, of course. So I'm really looking forward to bringing all that stuff behind the scenes, because in pre-season, this is where you feel close at the first team. I know the club had a meet and greet at in St James's Park just literally the other day, but this is as close as you're going to get coming on pre-season to the first team. Obviously, last year we got surprised with Mark Gillespie, Sean Longstaff, Sandro Tonali, and there was another one. Who's the other one? That's kind of Lewis Hall. That was it. They literally just turned up and surprised. All that was class. Darren Eales was there. Peter Silverstone as well. If we can get anything from them, that'll be great. So this is as close as you get. Obviously, with the women's game, you get that all the time. But with the men, it's very distant, obviously, with professionals and stuff. So, yeah, very looking forward to it. Very looking forward to seeing the new stadiums. Obviously, tick that one off the list, and the ones over in South Korea. Now, interestingly, the ones in South Korea are not in the same city, which was awkward as hell, because the airport's in Incheon, and the first game's in Suwon, which is a different city that's further south. And then you're going back into Seoul for the second game. So a bit of a carry on. I've got 2 different hotels for that, because the game's finished late and the train stopped in South Korea at midnight. So I'm booked both the hotels next to stadiums. And this one, I am literally just around the corner. I'm 2 streets away from here. So after the game, I don't have to worry about transport. And all. I've just think smart this time. So hopefully enjoy the coverage that I'm going to give to you. I'm going to enjoy myself. I'm out here from the channel on my own, but that doesn't mean to say I'm not going to mingle. I do that all the time. I'll meet people from Australia as per usual, people from Asia. I know some of the lads from Newcastle are coming out as well. People like War Flags, Newcastle Supporters Club. There's a few people that I know that are coming across as well, and say hello to them in when we meet and greet and bump into each other and what have you. May even go for a pint or two. One or two journos are out here as well. I don't think all of them are as well. So, but there's a lot of stuff coming in the next 2 weeks. Just go and enjoy it. It's a nice time to relax. Hopefully we'll get a signing through the door during this next 2 weeks. Of course, obviously the lasses have been very busy signing players left, right and centre. I've done on my TikTok, I've gone around the stadium and the National Stadium. I'll actually put it on the screen as well so you can have a look at it. But if you want to follow me TikTok, it's Lee at NFTV. I create loads of short on there as well, so I'm trying to grow that. But yes, there you go, everyone. I shall love yous and leave yous. And do you know what surprised me? Because obviously I've just been here half a day. Not even half a day, a few hours. Simple things always surprise me. A can of Coke, like proper Coca-Cola, the brand, 87 pence here at a stadium. 87 pence. Bargain. Back here at a stadium, you're talking £4, aren't you? The simple things make me happy. Simple things, right? What am I going to do outside of football? Obviously, I can see a big wheel over there. I might get on that. There's some. I haven't. Do you know what? I'm going to be honest with you. I haven't really looked, but I will be doing stuff to fill the time in as well. So, stick with us here on Newcastle Fans TV, and I'll get out of the way so you can enjoy that view. Obviously, you would have already seen a shot of it already on video, but I hope you've enjoyed it, everyone. It's absolutely red hot. I think it's about 32 degrees at the minute. We're not even at dinner time yet, but love yous and leave yous, everyone.